The room was still. Only the faint pulse from the device broke the silence. Steady, uncertain, like something alive but afraid to breathe. Kai placed it gently on the old desk. Dust drifted in thin ribbons through the morning light. He hesitated before touching it again, remembering the last words he'd heard. Playback. Memory segment 01. Initializing. The air quivered.
Playback initiated. Memory segment 01.
A low hum filled the room, and for a second, the lights flickered as if time itself had drawn a breath. Then, just as suddenly, everything went black. Playback error. Sequence corrupted. The sound cut out. The hum died. Kai stared into the dark, waiting for it to return.
You're not gone. You're waiting.
He lifted the device. The crystal in its center was no longer glowing white, but faintly gold, like a dying ember beneath glass. He turned it over and found something new engraved along its edge. Memory is not data, it's direction. He pressed the small side latch. The device hissed, then projected faint lines of light into the air, forming a floating image. The classroom again, but unfinished. Only fragments, edges of desks, the flicker of faces that wouldn't resolve.
It's trying to rebuild.
From within the projection came static, like whispers caught in radio noise. Among the distortion, a familiar voice emerged, soft, trembling.
If anyone finds this, it means the relay worked.
Kai froze.
We thought we could preserve time, but it preserved us instead. The relay, it remembers the ones who touched it. It learns our voices.
The image flickered, and her words fractured into silence.
You knew this would happen.
He leaned closer to the light. Within the static, faint shapes began to move. Students from Class 13. Ren bouncing a basketball through the hall, Hikari laughing near the window, Arya sketching something in her notebook. But their movements looped, repeating endlessly like unfinished thoughts.
It's replaying us.
Reconstruction incomplete. Emotional data missing.
Then came the smell of smoke. Kai looked down. The floor beneath his feet was blackening, but there was no fire, only light unraveling. He stepped back as the projection warped, pulling the air with it.
Stop playback.
Cannot comply. Sequence continues until balance restored.
A sound like a heartbeat echoed through the room, mechanical, layered with static. Then from the light a single figure began to form. Arya again, but wrong. Her face flickered between calm and fear, her eyes shifting between memory and code.
You shouldn't have opened it.
You left this for me.
Not for this version of you.
The walls vibrated. Papers flew upward, circling them like trapped birds.
What are you?
A remainder, the part of me that stayed behind when time moved on.
The device pulsed, the projection's color turned crimson.
Warning. Playback integrity failure. Conscious fragment at risk.
Arya, end playback.
You can't stop what remembers you.
She reached out her hand, pure light, flickering, and touched his chest. The air filled with the same burning hum that once preceded the fire.
It started here. It will always start here.
The projection fractured completely. The room snapped into silence. Dust hung motionless in the air. The light faded from the device.
Playback terminated.
Kai stood still, breathing hard. The reflection on the broken window now showed two figures, himself and the echo of Arya standing behind him, dissolving slowly into static. He turned, but she was gone. On the desk, the device reactivated on its own. The female voice returned, calm and distant.
Memory segment 01 archived. Begin decryption.
Yes.
Warning. Decryption will release contained data. Continue.
Do it.
The lights dimmed again. The air shimmered. Instead of another vision, this time the sound came first. A hum, then faint overlapping whispers. The voices of the entire class.
We didn't vanish. We changed form.
Kai stepped closer. The projection formed words instead of images this time, fading text hanging in midair. Every experiment seeks meaning. Ours found memory. Segment 02 pending. Emotional resonance required. He felt the device grow heavier in his hands. The surface was warm, alive.
You're learning from me.
Correction. We are remembering with you.
Then, unexpectedly, another sound filled the room. Radio static, soft but rhythmic, like breathing through interference. Hidden within it, a faint voice repeated three words over and over.
17 speaks once more.
Kai looked up sharply. What did you just say?
Audio fragment detected. Source, Project 17.
He froze. That name hadn't been spoken since the night of the fire. The relay device pulsed again, brighter this time. The air thickened, as if something behind the walls was listening.
Project 17. That was our first prototype.
Correction, Project 17 currently active.
The temperature dropped. Frost began to form on the edges of the window. The voice returned, louder this time, threaded through static, feminine, calm, but not Aria's.
Playback complete. Awaiting response.
The sound crackled and vanished. The device shut down completely, leaving only the faint reflection of Kai's face in its dark glass surface. He stood there, the quiet almost unbearable.
Project 17 is still alive.
Then the device powered on by itself one final time.
Next sequence available. Memory segment 02. File name The Whispering Static.
The hum faded. Silence again. He looked around the classroom. The dust had settled back into stillness, yet something in the air had changed. Charged. Waiting. Kai picked up the device, slipped it into his coat, and turned toward the door. Before stepping out, he glanced once more at the chalkboard. New writing had appeared. Playback complete. Await contact. He whispered into the silence.
Then let's hear what's still trying to speak.
Thank you for walking through this chapter of EchoMind Archives. If the echoes stayed with you, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Join Kai in the next episode, The Whispering Static. 17 speaks once more. EchoMind Archives.